Yo, what's poppin'? It's your boy Swift, a.k.a. Chef Boyard Swift, a.k.a. Dr. Swigglesworth, a.k.a. Higher Learning in Stores Now, when you are now listening to Gorilla Cross, Speak Life Radio.
Yo, you tuned in to Gorilla Cross Radio.
Broadcasting live from downtown Las Vegas, you're tuned in to Gorilla Cross Radio.
Yo, what's up, and welcome once again to another episode of Speak Life Radio right here on GorillaCross.com, SpeakLifeRadio.com, the Gorilla Cross app, and every social media platform we're on. I'm your host, Quan59, and we have a dope show once again for you tonight, right here, broadcast live from downtown Las Vegas.
Yeah.
I got my man, James Mays, with me in the building. What's good?
What's going on, man? Feeling like a champion today, you know?
Hey, got all the Laker gear on.
Yeah, man, it came in the mail. I was so happy, excited, you know what I'm saying? I always wanted to buy right after the commercial goes off whenever the team wins the championship. Your team just won. I was like, getting this one.
Let me do it.
Let me get it. It's way too much money, though.
Oh, you got the hoodie.
I got the hoodie, too.
Oh, you got the hoodie.
Yeah, man.
So you didn't just do the T-shirt.
Yeah, it's hoodie season.
You're like, and the funny thing is, it's never hoodie season when the NBA championship is over.
That's a whole fact.
So
that's a good
point. It
a
actually
good point.
makes sense this time.
That's a good point.
Listen, man, call us up, 702-608-3259, if you want to chime in with us today on the show.
You should do that.
We have a legend on today, man.
Yo, bro.
I got my man Stephen the Levite. We're going to be getting live with him in about 2 or 3 minutes. He has a new project, man. We're going to talk to him about that. Really, really good project. I've been listening to it the last couple days, man.
Yeah, man.
I like it a lot. I know James been listening to it. He walked in the studio and he said, this dude could rap.
This dude can rap. I listened to it 3 times today. Like, it's been on rotation. Ever since I saw the flyer come out, I'm like, all right, let me check this out. And I'm like, yo, this is a new project? Yo, we got to talk to this cat.
Listen, man, he's been doing it for a long time, man. We have had a good relationship with him over here at Gorilla Cross, man. We've had him in town a few times. Really good dude. Our man Stephen the Levite is going to be live with us. We're going to talk about the new project, see what he's up to, man. Sometimes rappers disappear for a while. They handle business, and then they come back with a banger.
And hit you over the head.
Exactly, and that's what he did. Listen, man, if you guys are watching live on Facebook or YouTube or Twitter or wherever you're watching us,
thank you.
Please share the live video feed with your people right now. Share. And let us know where you're listening in from. Shout your city right now. Let us know where you're listening. Your city or your country, man, because we do get people from other countries watching Speak Life Radio twice a week.
Yeah, man.
Right here on GorillaCross.com, man. We're excited to be here with you. We have a lot in store for today. We're going to also be doing live music and video reviews.
That's the fun part.
We had a submission today from somebody that actually won on Tuesday that didn't know he won on Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
Because he left the show early.
I hope he submitted the same song.
Submitted the same exact song.
He didn't know.
He didn't know.
He didn't know.
He sent me an Instagram video like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I won. So
you got to be patient.
We'll talk about that today as
Yes,
well.
sir. Yes, sir.
But we have a lot in store, man. How's the rest of your week been, James?
I'm just laughing at the fact that he sent the
same
same song. You can't get money twice. Week is all right, man. You know, started back working full time in my other job. Is that if the people who don't know, I strip on a normal.
Whoa.
And you know, I've been doing some dieting to get my body back in shape. It's a ministry. But
you drive on the strip.
I drive on the strip. That's what did I say that wrong?
You did. You did.
Yeah, so that is what I've been doing, man, up late nights, you know. So yeah, life is good though, man.
All right, there you go.
Yeah, for sure, man. It's definitely interesting. Same old strip, just a whole bunch of COVID talk.
All the time. See, I kept driving the whole time pretty much. I think I took a month and a half off.
Right.
And I've been driving pretty much the whole time. So for me, I'm already over. Like, oh, you know the whole COVID thing? Yeah, I know the COVID thing. Yeah, of course. But it is the same talk over and over again. So what do you think about the mask? Like, just put one on, and then I'll tell you what I think.
There you go.
But listen, man, it's a different Vegas, though. Doesn't it kind of feel like, you know, when you watch those movies that like 20 years in the future, it like almost looks the same, but it feels like Armageddon now?
You said that. You said it reminds you of like kind of like Demolition Man, like those vibes of like just dystopia is gone, you know, and like things are all messed up, man. It's just crazy.
Because they made the room so cheap and everything. You know, well, you haven't worked the weekend yet.
I haven't.
The weekend gets pretty crazy in Vegas. There's been shootings every weekend on the strip.
I don't want it. I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want it at all. I'm not super excited about that. Shout out to the Legend Zelda music. We were out yesterday, and it's just so quiet. And, you know, here in Vegas, every day is Saturday. Every day is Friday to somebody. You know what I'm saying? They're coming in or spending a birthday. They're celebrating something. It definitely felt like Tuesday. It definitely felt like Wednesday. Like, yo, it's quiet out here. No traffic, so I like that. I'm good with that. I'll take it any time of day, especially when you're just driving around, man.
Well, that's why I like driving strictly at night anyways, because, you know, there's no traffic out there. But, yeah, man, that's our Lyft stories and Uber.
There's way more
today on Speak Life Radio. Yeah, we have a lot more.
Yeah, we got it.
I think we're going to have a whole segment of that now that you're driving again. I think we could have a whole 15-minute segment of This Week in Lyft because, listen, I know a lot of people do it out there in different cities and everything, but I don't think there's anything like doing it in Vegas. I promise you.
Yeah.
I used to watch the show Taxi Cab Confessions.
Yep.
I know my show would be way better if I just had cameras in my car. I'm not even trying to exaggerate or be funny.
Yeah, man.
The stories I get, the people that get in my car, the things I hear, the things that people offer me are way different.
The things that people offer.
Oh, gosh. People will offer me cocaine right off.
I'm laughing because I know.
Because you know.
I know people are wild, man. When they come to Vegas, they lose all inhibitions.
They
whatever
think anything goes.
Yeah,
and I have to let them know, like, nah, bro, we have laws.
Yeah. You know what my pet peeve is? And I know we want to move on, but people who say, hey, can you turn your radio on? I'm not your DJ. I'm not your DJ. I'm your ride.
Yeah, I told someone that the other day.
Yeah.
I'm like, it depends on what music.
Yeah, right.
She says something ratchet something.
And I was like, no.
And I'm like, nope. She's like, why not? I thought you were Uber. You supposed to. Nope.
Bro, I find the most Christian radio station and blare it.
I mean, I play Gorilla Cross Radio. I don't know what you play.
But I just, if I'm having a quiet moment.
Stuttering, guys.
No, really. If I'm having a quiet moment, I'm like, yo, we just quiet right now. People are like, hey, can you play some music? First of all, you're afraid of your own thoughts. Second, like, you just got to get over that idea. We only be in the car for 5 minutes. My job was not to amp you up to get ready for the club, and all clubs are closed. So we about to listen to this Kim Burrell real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Kim Burrell. You just do it to him just like that.
Yeah, man. Like, all right, we're going to turn the radio. We're going to definitely play something I want to hear. I don't want to hear City Girls, Megan, or nothing.
Oh.
Forget that pony.
No, Megan.
No, shout out to Meg. I'm sorry. Get better.
Well, get better. Yeah, get better at music. We are here live every Tuesday, 8 p.m. West Coast time, every Friday, whenever we start. But we do, man, I'm excited about this. I saw he was releasing a new project. And I hadn't heard anything in a while from him. You know, we follow each other on social media, so, you know, I'll troll once in a while.
You troll? Okay. That's your norm.
So I see him around,
Uh-huh.
you know, always following what he's doing, and see this new project coming out, and I was excited because he had the dude on there,
Okay.
a legend. And he said he's had a beat produced from this DJ producer on every project. At least one beat on every project.
So good relationship.
And he passed away not too long ago, man. And so he's saying this is probably one of the last ones, you know, he'll be able to get the beats on there. But I think it's super dope. And I just love the cover too, man. But we do got the man Still Hungry. The new EP album is out now. We got Stephen the Levite live on the line right now, right here. Speak Life Radio. What up, bro?
Hey, what's going on, fam?
What's up with you?
Chilling, man. We have a legend on the line. That's what's going on. How you feeling?
Hey, I'm doing good. Actually, I was laughing at your Lyft and Uber stories because y'all know I did Lyft and Uber. I did Lyft for like 3.5 years in New York.
You did that in New York, and I know me and you had some stories back and forth about that. What was it like in New York? Because you're probably like the city that does understand, you know, how we do it in Vegas. You probably get some of the same things.
Yeah, pretty similar. I mean, some of the stuff you were describing, I was like, all right, I haven't been offered any coke, but I've definitely
Such a sentence to say.
I don't know if I just got that look like I look like I need it or what.
Say what?
I said I don't look like I might just look like I need it or something. I don't know why they're so brave to ask me.
Yeah, like I said, I was offered edibles. I wasn't offered cocaine.
Okay.
But, you know, it's similar.
Bro, this is Vegas, man. They get out here and get crazy.
No, and I've been giving weed as a tip and it's legal out here now. So I take them to the dispensary. They get the little free sample and they'll give it to me. And I don't have the heart to tell them like I don't smoke. Like not everyone in Vegas smokes just because it's legal. But you know, I give it to a friend, a Christian friend. I don't know if they're Christian or not, but I'll give it to somebody. I'm like, here, I don't use it.
They definitely get in touch with a higher power. Yeah, man, it's definitely different. So New York, Vegas are probably the two top cities to drive transportation in because of the stories. Like how you said you did it for 3.5 years, right? Like what was the craziest thing that happened to you in your car that you can tell that people won't be mad that you told that story?
Wow.
So many different parameters.
We might have lost him. It looks like he froze up.
Yeah. Or he's thinking really hard.
He's thinking really hard. There he goes. We're back.
Did you hear the question? I hope they didn't give you no cocaine.
Sorry, my Wi-Fi switched up.
Oh, it's all good, man.
We worked through it. While he's getting that together, man, I'm going to tell you one of the crazy stories I've ever experienced in a Lyft ride. And it was not this week. It was not this year at all. So I remember I picked up a guy from downtown Las Vegas. And he's hugging and kissing this gal. Like, oh, man, you know, it was great. Love you, blah, 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 right? Just kind of like, oh, that's cool, man. That's cute. So as I'm on my way driving him back to New York, which is at the other end of the strip, you know what I'm saying? He's on the phone with somebody, and I'm just like, oh, wow, that's cute. They love each other so much that they're willing to, like, continue to have a conversation when I just saw you. So as I drop him off, he was like, he hangs up with the person. He says, man, Vegas is crazy, isn't it? And I'm like, yeah, man, that's cool, man. Like, you know, you just left your wife back there. He was like, oh, no, man, that's not my wife. And I'm like,
oh, wow.
Oh, okay, well, you know, how long you guys been dating? Oh, no, that was just a fling, something, right? He gets out of the car. I physically see him put his ring back on.
Wow. That's sad, man.
He literally puts his ring back on, and he was just like, yeah, here's my wife right here. And I'm like,
wow.
All right, man, a tip would be nice, you know? Like,
wow.
What do I say?
Crazy.
Because, I mean, I didn't know her well enough to, you know, kind of bomb him out, whatever the case is. And I was looking for a 5-star rating. So I didn't really, you know, want to like put myself out there in that manner.
But it's sad because I've seen that a lot out here.
It's
and
crazy,
obviously,
bro.
like, that's not just a Vegas thing that people cheat, but the fact that they're so much more open to do it out here in Vegas.
Right.
It's
and your wife is in
sad,
town,
man.
bro.
Your wife's in town.
I'm like,
That's crazy.
I'm just like, it's just the disrespect level. I don't know where that guy is, but he's probably not married anymore, or he is, and it's sad.
Yeah.
I should have helped out. I should have said something. I should have waved a flag of wrote "help yourself" on the window and fall.
Something.
I don't know, man.
Something. All right, but we are here live on the line with Stephen the Levite. His phone's turned crooked, so we'll have him fix that.
Yo. Yeah, sorry about that, y'all.
No, you're good.
But yeah, it'll shift once I hit this button.
Technology, man.
Yeah, technology could be the greatest or the worst thing in the world. But
yes.
Yo, talk to us, man. How you been? What have you been up to? I know it's been a couple years since we've actually talked, on the show.
Yeah.
So what you been up to in that time, man?
Moving, man. I moved from New York to Maryland, and then from Maryland to here. So I'm in Atlanta now, and trying to New York kind of held me back. I didn't get a lot of writing and stuff done when I was there. So I, it wasn't until I lost my job working for Lyft that I kind of got back into writing and started doing the verse of the month and all that kind of stuff. And, we tried to figure out what we were going to do next for the next few years. But in the meanwhile, I was trying to record this album. It was a long, slow process. But, eventually I got it done. I got it mixed and mastered and got the artwork done, and now it's finally out. So, but it's been a minute.
So what happened with Lyft? How'd you lose your Lyft job, if you don't mind me asking?
Too many tickets. I've been open with it. Too many tickets. Driving to New York. So it's crazy. Comparing what the laws are here in Atlanta to New York.
Mm-hmm.
Here in Atlanta, I could drive I could probably drive 20 miles or 20 or 30 miles over the speed limit. And get tickets for it 3 times before they decide to take my license. In New York, if you do it once, it's a wrap for you. You know what I'm saying?
They're you're out of here.
Yeah, they're a lot more strict in New York. So, and of course, I didn't know that because I'm a good driver and I have a clean record. So I don't think about consequences. I just think I'm not going to get in trouble because I never get in trouble. I don't drive crazy.
Exactly.
I don't even know how you got 20 miles over the speed limit in New York. I have no idea because there's so many cars out there.
I didn't do that, but I'm just saying,
that's the
I'm
example.
just using that as an example because just comparing, the laws are different. You know what I'm saying? They have a much shorter threshold on what they'll allow you to do before they'll say, you got too many points, hand me your license.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but either way, that's what happened. And plus the legal process is so slow. You know what I'm saying? If I got a ticket now, today in New York in October, I won't have to go to court to fight it probably until next October next year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Which holds you up.
So it's a long, slow process. So in the amount of time that it'll take you to actually fight your tickets, you'll probably accumulate more tickets. And by the time they catch up with you, it's oh snap, I'm gonna lose my license.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They done already racked up, and you think, I'm gonna beat this ticket, and I'm gonna beat that ticket, and I'm gonna beat that ticket. And by the time you don't beat that last ticket, you're like, oh snap, it's a wrap. And I already got other tickets since then that they're gonna hold over my head. So
wow,
they're definitely a little more stricter in New York. They're definitely more stricter in New York.
And it was over for me.
Yeah. Man, well, I mean, at least, everything happens for a reason. I definitely believe that. And like you said, it helped you get back on the music grind, get the pen back up and start working on, some more music again. So tell us about this project, man. I know it's definitely probably something special to you with DJ Official, being on it. Is every track produced by him?
Absolutely every track.
Wow.
It's, he did the whole project. So again, I got the beats over 4 years ago because he passed away 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And I was at the time I was just Land mode is asking for like more product, like in a, with a quicker turnaround. Like if I do just like a quick, like 7-track EP or a project, nowadays 7 tracks is considered an album.
Right.
I was like, if I could just do 7 tracks, put that joint out real quick and move on to do another one after that, that'll kind of help me do that. But then again, like I said, at the same time, I was moving to New York and I didn't realize I was going to be so busy trying to pay bills working in New York. But at the time, that was my thought. Like, I'm going to just do this quick project and I'm going to just work with one producer. I'm going independent now, or I'm not going independent, but at the time, that wasn't what I was thinking about. But at the beginning, it was just like, let me just get these 7 tracks done.
Yeah.
And, so I can do a quick turnaround. And then he passed away. And then it was like, wow, wait, hold up. I can't just rush into this project and kind of leave it that way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it became overwhelming.
Yeah.
Like this might be the last of Fish's production to get put out. And it's in my lap.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how did I end up with it? And then all of a sudden the standard got ridiculously high. Like, what are you going to do with DJ Official's last project? You know what I'm saying? Like, so it became hard. It became like a distraction almost. Like it took me a minute to even like have the confidence to feel like I was doing something that was worthy of his legacy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot of pressure on you. I mean, that's a lot of pressure knowing that this might be the last batch of beats that anybody has that's unreleased. And like you said, they're in your lap, they're in your possession to be able to do something with it.
That's crazy, man.
Am I just going to throw any kind of rhymes on there, or am I going to do this man's legacy the right way? That is, I mean, I would be nervous.
Yeah,
I would definitely be nervous doing that.
It's definitely a tough thing, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the families who are involved and, you know what I'm saying, fans of his as well as yours, they expect a lot from it. And what I will say, man, is for me listening to it, bro, you delivered, no pun intended. Like, it was crazy. Still Hungry, it's one of them ones, man. Lyrically, the beats was dope. The content was good. Like, I was engulfed in it, bro. Like, for real, man. You did well.
I appreciate that.
You did well. Yeah. Because my bad, go ahead.
No, and let's talk about it real quick, man, because DJ Official, the memories popped up. I can't believe it's been 4 years. A couple months ago, the memories popped up. I'm like, man, we knew he had been going through things, but it was still, you didn't expect it. It was definitely one of those things like, man, it didn't seem real. And it definitely took, the Christian hip hop community, everybody, for that week was definitely feeling it, and you could just see it everywhere. Tell us about your relationship with him and why this project is so special.
So, I met Fish maybe 2003, maybe 2002, almost as soon as we got to Philly. Immediately he was extremely friendly. He was hospitable. He was generous. The first Redeemed Thought album, he gave us half the beats for the project and didn't expect any money in return. We didn't hey, how much for your beats? He was just like, no, just take these.
Wow.
We did end up paying him. When we got a check, we were like, hey, we want to give you a check. And he was like, wow. He was genuinely surprised and appreciative. But it was there's producers now that'll sell a beat for twice what that check was. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't even a lot of money. I mean, plus the industry was different back then.
Yeah.
But he was just a genuinely generous dude. We would come over and do laundry. His wife would cook dinner for us. And, you know what I'm saying? And we would just kick it. We would just chill at his house and he would play around with his MP and he would freestyle and make jokes and stuff. And we talk about Star Wars and, whatever. He was just cool to hang out with. He was he just wanted friends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He wanted to be genuine friends with people. It wasn't about oh, if I can connect with the right people and I can, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't networking. He genuinely wanted genuine friendships with folks. And, so it was, so like I said, and plus he was just the greatest, you know what I'm saying? I tell people all the time, like, Christian hip hop is where it is because DJ Official was like the forefront of the pioneering Christian hip hop group in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like his beats elevated the game. Because I think a lot of people weren't necessarily disappointed with the ability or the lyricism of the rappers. It was the production. They were like, the beats are still kind of in. You know what I'm saying? But you couldn't say that about DJ Official's beats. Like his beats elevated the game. So like, you know, he played a huge role in the genre. So for me to be able to, you know, I was, you know, the Lord just graced me to be able to be a close friend of his and to be able to, you know, kind of catch some of the crumbs from Cross Movement's table, like beats that they passed up, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, and be able to put them to good use and stuff like that. So, you know, I always respected him as a producer. Even before he passed, I would tell people he's like my favorite producer, period.
Yes.
You know, and, you know, and so, you know, and I have a track record of trying not to let his beats go to waste. I don't know if y'all remember like the little beat excerpt at the end of the track that I did with Fanatic and Evangel. I ended up using it on The Last Missionary because I was just like, that beat is dope. You just have it out there in the open.
Yeah,
like,
do nothing to it.
Over it.
Yeah.
I was just like, no, give me that joint for my next album. He was like, all right, here you go. And so he gave me a longer version of it, and I rapped over it, and I had DJ Average Joe cutting over it. So I didn't like his stuff going to waste. I felt like his greatness needed to be out there for everybody to hear it. So, you know, so I have a deep respect for DJ Official, and you know, so, and it's also just been hard on the personal side, just him being gone. So yeah, so it was like I said, it was an honor, but also like a weighty thing to be able to do this project with him, you know?
Yeah, man. Like you said, it was more, you know, when you guys met him, it was more than networking. It was real friendship, and I think it's a lot different when it's like, that's a genuine friend. I really don't care about the music side of it, you know? Like for us, like I didn't know him that well. Like we chopped it up once in a while on Facebook, you know, talk junk during basketball season, going back and forth like that, but I didn't have like a friendship with him. So for me, it's like I lost somebody in music. For you and other people on your end, you guys lost like your friend, your brother, you know what I'm saying? And it's a lot different like that. A lot of times people don't look at that. They look at the celebrity. Oh, we lost somebody. Chadwick Boseman, we lost somebody. But it's like, no, somebody lost a brother. Somebody lost a husband. Somebody lost a father. You know, I mean, it's a lot deeper than that. And that's why I like to get in tune with other people that actually dealt with it on a more personal level. And I know 4 years later, that still has to hurt the same way.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's you know, I think this is, I mean, the interview's not over yet, but this is one of the few interviews I've done where I didn't cry talking about it. But, you know, he's one of the few close friends that I've lost that, you know, it actually like, you know, was actually close. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so it definitely is like, it's different. And it's still something I'm like working through, you know? But it's also like been dope to kind of like point people back to him, and remind people like this is what he did, like this is what he was about,
like he was crazy on the beat,
and be able to kind of, you know, remind people that he was who he was, you know what I'm saying, and you know, not to sleep on him, and you know, to kind of celebrate him, you know.
Yeah, and it's cool keeping that, you know, the legend alive and being able to come out with a new project, because 4 years ago, there was a lot of people that are rapping now that weren't even involved in music. They weren't even Christians back then, that now they get to hear something and they get to hear new beats to us from a legend, you know? And I think that's super dope. Like you said, for the younger generation that maybe didn't know who he was, and you get to keep that alive. Yeah,
man. Yeah. Christian hip hop in particular has like a high turnover rate. That's probably not the right way to say it, but
maybe
like,
it is.
New people get saved. New people get saved every year. You know what I'm saying? Like new youth groups find out about Christian hip hop every year. You know what I'm saying? And so
that's
you don't
a good
have
way of
like
looking at it.
like this legacy of like, people just now, like, with hip hop, it's, it's similar with hip hop in the sense that, young people that they probably, some of them don't know who Run DMC is or, whatever. Right. But it's different with Christian hip hop because like, there's not a lot of people who know about early Christian hip hop, and it like early Christian hip hop doesn't get the kind of attention that makes younger people look back and say, what about, Dynamic Twins or, this early Cross Movement album or whatever? Like, there's not a lot of people doing that. So, so with Christian hip hop, there's even more so that desire or that demand for people to, try to reintroduce themselves to young Christians like all the time because, your fan base may or may not be like letting them know about you, so yeah.
They want to keep you close to the chest for themselves.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah.
I think it's dope, man, that you have this amazing relationship. And I even love that point of like, there's new people getting saved every day, every month, man. You know what I'm saying? So you have a new opportunity to kind of like
new audience.
Yeah, new audience, man, to introduce yourself to. As a writer myself, bro, like super fan of the pen, crazy with the multis, and you know what I'm saying? You don't do it in a way where it's just like, I just wanted to rhyme, Constitution because it rhymed with prostitution. You'd be like, no, they have nothing to do with themselves. Like it's almost sentences, man. What kind of the word? I guess what I'm trying to say is why did you choose to rap that way, and what about it like keeps you moving? You know what I'm saying, as a lyricist, because obviously nowadays it's really not that style.
Yeah. I've always been attracted to people who can just kind of who almost seemingly haphazardly rhyme. You know what I'm saying? Like they're making a statement and there happens to be like things in it that rhyme really well. You know what I'm saying? And I've always been about trying to communicate something. You know what I'm saying? So, I've always been about like concepts and clear communication and train of thought, you know what I'm saying? So I've never been much about like, I just got some dope punchlines I got to string together. Like I don't think in terms of how do I set up this punchline. Like I write in chronological order. Like I'm trying to get from point A to point B. You know what I'm saying?
There's a story, there's a statement. I like that.
Yeah. So I've always written that way. Like I don't know how people think like the other way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just got these dope lines I want to say, and like I just gotta figure out what order to put them in. Like that doesn't work for me. Like I'd be like I'd be totally confused looking at the notepad. Like I remember looking at like on 8 Mile, like Eminem had a notebook and he had like a rhyme scheme here and a rhyme scheme over there,
all over the place.
And I was like, I don't know how he does it. I mean, and there's a dopeness to that, the ability to do that, because Eminem is still ridiculous, right?
Sure.
But I just can't think that way. I don't like, I start at point A, the first line is the first line, the second line is the second line. You know what I'm saying? And like, I just keep going until, I think that's the other thing too. Like, I'm trying to say what I have to say and I'll just find the rhymes that work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not usually like, I got this dope rhyme scheme and how do I make it make sense? You know what I'm saying? I try to make sense first and then I make sense rhyme.
That's an incredible talent, man, because not everybody can write like an essay. I'm going to start from the beginning and get through the body and then, conclude it and be done with it. A lot of people do come up with ideas and it's like, I know eventually I want to say something like this. I know eventually I'll get to this point. And then when you put it together, because I think I'm one of those writers, kind of scatterbrained. I do come up with, if something that I want to say and it fits better in the middle, then that's where I put it. But nonetheless, when you listen to it, it's going to sound like an essay. I can't have it be some random, I was just talking about, my shoes, and now all of a sudden I'm talking about the president. Like, where did that come from? You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's not like random.
A lot of times people don't have a story what they're really saying. They're just going with it.
They're really talking about nothing.
Now I wrote my 16. Let me try to make sense out of it by making a hook that I want to, try to make sense out of this verse.
Yeah, you give me a hook, I can write about it, in opposed to like trying to make the hook about like, nah, that's not me. And one of the dopest lines on this, what's your name, since you brought up punchlines, was when you said, man, you don't exercise your faith. That's why you got a big weight. Like, that is wildly crazy just in the context of, like, everything, man. I don't know. I love layered bars, and it's so dope. I mean, even the setup before, it was, like, insane, bro. Like, do you wire yourself when you come up with stuff like that?
So usually it doesn't hit me until like a year or two goes by and I come back and listen to it and I'm like, oh snap, did I write that?
Facts.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Facts.
Cause like, you know, again, it's hard to remember everything you write.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you come back to it with a fresh perspective, you can look at it objectively and not feel like you're boasting because you're not looking at it like, oh yeah, this is mine. You're like, wait, did I write that? That's pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Like,
or you don't even realize how deep it
while,
is. You don't even realize how deep and how much weight it held. You know what I'm saying? How much it means. It's almost like prophecy. Like you get a prophecy and you're like, all right, well, that was great. And then 7 months later, you're like, yo, that was, oh, okay, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But at least for the people who have the ears that can hear, you know what I'm saying, the things that you're saying and putting together in such a meticulous way that when it can still preach to you a year later, it can still preach to you 10 years later, man. Like, that's talent. And so I salute you on that, bro, because not everybody has it, as you may know.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
No, and I thought it was dope because I didn't realize that James wasn't super familiar with your music. I know he knows who you were, but he hadn't been on your music like that. So when he came in and was talking about the project,
bro, I'm
like, yo, I forgot that you probably, you know, because he's been around Gorilla Cross for about 3 years now.
About four now.
About 4 years. So, you know, we probably haven't talked to you in like 4 years then.
Yeah, man.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute since we've actually had you on the show. So for him to be able to come in and be like, yo, he got bars because
he can rap.
You know, the music that's put out now is definitely different. You definitely still keep the same style you've had, which is something that I love that artists do because I think too many artists conform to the style now. So it's like, I don't even know who you are as an artist because all you're doing is what's popular today, which, listen, if that works for you, I know a lot of these labels need to make their money, so the artists conform to what's popular now.
Yeah.
That's cool, but I didn't fall in love with you as an artist to copy what this new generation is doing. You know, I liked you as an artist to do what you were doing, so I wish more artists would do that and just stay in that lane. And you definitely do that, man. And I think it's dope that someone like James can come in and see that and hear that.
Bro, that's the type of music
and
I love to listen to.
Yeah.
I will listen to an album like that all day long because I'm like, and I'm a good listener when it comes to that. And so for me, when I play it back, I know I'm gonna hear something good. It's like a great script. When you watch it again, you'll see something.
And my question for you is, do you ever feel any pressure to maybe make more popular style hip hop?
Not necessarily from fans. But I think from my bills, yes.
Yeah.
I think
hey, being honest, man,
you know,
that's 100%.
There's definitely that the monetary temptation to say, like, you know what, if I just do it this way a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe I'll make a little bit more money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe if I like compromise my style this way, or, you know, have more of these kind of beats on it, then maybe I can, you know, make some more money. But you know, but I've always been, you know, plus I'm getting older. Like I'm less like, you know, tossed to and fro by the winds of, you know, popular opinion. You know what I'm saying? So I like what I like. And I don't have an apologetic for making something that I don't like. You know what I'm saying? If I make something I don't like, and the people don't like it either, like, I don't have an excuse. All I have is, well, I was people pleasing and I thought you guys would like it. And they're like, no, we don't. You know what I'm saying? So all I can do is make what I like and hope that other people like it and try to keep, you know, of course I want to listen to, you know, keep my ears to the street, see what, you know, like what other artists like me are doing. Like I keep tabs on people like Busta Rhymes, who's still around. People like Common. People like, you know, the Wu-Tang members who are still like putting out good stuff.
Well, you've had Common a couple times conform, And I think he gets that same reaction like, yo,
Absolutely.
why did you do that? Because that's whack. That's not Common. I didn't want to hear a Common album. I'm excited about a Common album coming out, and he has some pop stuff on there. I'm like, that's not Common. I can listen to that over here by this new dude that I already don't care about, you
and
know?
we talked about that. Like, how can you call yourself an artist when you're tracing someone else's picture, you know? At the end of the day, man, like, you got to be original in what you want to put out. And I love that example of, like, if I put something out that I don't like and then the people don't like it, then what am I supposed to say? Well, at least it spoke to my soul. At least I felt good about it and was comfortable with it. So if you don't like it, then it may not be your taste, but it's definitely mine. So, yeah, man, stick to your guns, bro.
Yeah.
Stick to your guns, because everybody can't do what you can do, even though if we could do what other people can do. I had to come to that realization too, man.
Yeah. The individuality piece is like major, you know what I'm saying? Because like, you're right. Like, I think I've carved a lane that people like, there's not too many people who can say, oh, he sounds like such and such.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't gotten that yet. You know what I'm saying? So I think I've been doing a pretty decent job of staying original and being true to who I am as an artist. So again, if I forfeit that to sound like Drake or, Kendrick or whoever, then I'm just a copycat, and like I lose my value. You know what I'm saying? Like now I'm a counterfeit bill instead of an original. You know what I'm saying?
You say that,
Oh,
man.
that's good, man.
It's funny you say that, because when I listened to the project, like I said multiple times, I never said, oh, this cat sounds like. It was like, yo, who is this dude? Like, why is he spazzing like this? Why is he completely beating up this beat? And now to hear the backstory, man, like you had a story to tell. You had not necessarily something to prove, but you had something to deliver, you know what I'm saying? Because it was such a sentimental album. You know what I'm saying? This is, once again, the last time that you would hear music from another legend, man. And so I salute you, bro. I'm a fan. I want to sing you some of my stuff. I want to be like, yo, what you think? Because at the end of it all, like, lyricists got to stick together, because like, for real, bro.
Yo, man, we are here live on the line with Stephen the Levite. He has a new project. Tell us the title, man. Still Hungry.
Still hungry. Yep. Go get that mess.
Talk to
you want to hear about
why is the title Still Hungry? Why that title?
So I had a couple conversations with Fish before he passed, and kind of talking about where I was trying to go with the album and stuff. And I think I was just like, this kind of comes from that conversation we just had about just the temptation of sounding more popular and things like that.
Yeah.
But like, I was in a place where I was just like, dag, like the industry is kind of like going its own way.
Yeah.
It's not really a lot of space for us. People aren't buying CDs no more. So I'm not making as much money. Everybody's streaming stuff. Like, lyricism isn't as popular anymore, and just kind of feeling like, dang, like, what place do I have in the industry? But still feeling like, well, I got to keep rapping because this is the gift that God gave me. So I'm not going to just stop rapping. And Fish at the same time was sick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember the last time I remember going to his house and going up to his studio, he had COPD and his lungs were at maybe like 20% function.
Wow.
So, and his studio was on like I don't know if it was like the second and a half or third floor of his house. So he would take one flight of steps, stop, catch his breath, and then take the next flight of steps, stop, catch his breath, and then take another flight of steps, and then finally be able to sit in the studio and do what he had to do. And but he was still hungry. You know what I'm saying? Like, this dude, like I reposted one of his Instagram posts. He said he made 38 beats in 3 months. You know what I'm saying? Wow. And he was still he couldn't tour anymore because, that was a lot. But he was still like, look, if I can't tour, I'm gonna be in the studio making beats. And so he was like, even with his sickness, he was still like relentless and putting forth that effort. And I think I was mainly inspired by that. I was inspired by that. And plus it had a food theme to it. So I was trying to think like, how do I communicate something that encapsulates where we both are as artists, and still kind of sticks to the food theme, you know what I'm saying? And Still Hungry kind of stuck.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of how that kind of came about, you know?
Wow, man. Well, I do, real quick, I want to get into one of the tracks from the project. It's one of my favorite ones, and I like it all, man. But this is one of my favorite ones called Strange Fruit. Talk to us about this song real quick, and we're going to jump right into it.
So, you know, when I got the beat from Fish, it was called Ferguson. And so I was like, oh, okay, I already knew it from the way the beat felt. I already knew what it was about, you know, and it took me a while to kind of know what to say over it. But once I did, I finally wrote to it. And I think Strange Fruit, you know, again, the food theme, I was just like, I was thinking about the Billie Holiday song that Nina Simone covered.
Yep.
And, you know, it kind of inspired the hook and kind of led me into the content of the song. So
we're going to jump into that right now. We'll be right back with more Stephen the Levite. Just mute your mic for us real quick. This is Strange Fruit off of Still Hungry. Stephen the Levite and the Legend DJ Official right here, Speak Life Radio.
Yeah.
Strange fruit in the trees, see it sway in the breeze. They buried our ancestors without expecting to reap. The blood crossing the soil, this was your brother to keep. The seed beneath grows from the tears of those who weep. That's strange fruit, it's strange fruit, strange fruit. Ain't it strange to you, my ninja? That's strange fruit, strange fruit, strange fruit. They be saying, why you bringing up old stuff? I say, why you selective? All of history's old, but why you wanna forget this? You say that about the Holocaust or 9/11. Besides, we ain't broached nothing, the cops made it relevant, cause they doing old stuff. Our elders remember this, cause it isn't that old, bruh. So let's not be negligent. But racism is over because Obama was president, though his wife's a gorilla, and you gon' cancel your Netflix. And suddenly Protestants got a problem with protests. And if we say woke, then we get confused with a hotep. We've gotta be Gnostics if we know stuff that you don't yet. Like Jesus was tempted before we put on his own flesh. It's there in the gospel, but you gon' label as heretics. You're too blind and arrogant to admit yours has airs in it. The church has been airing its dirt for which it never repents. Because if they ever did with so many be their repents, the air is thick. Strange fruit in the trees, see it sway in the breeze. They buried our ancestors without expecting to reap. The blood crossing the soil, this was your brother to keep. The seed beneath grows from the tears of those who weep. That's strange fruit, it's strange fruit, strange fruit. Ain't it strange to you, my ninja? That's strange fruit, strange fruit, strange fruit. Ain't it strange to you? They want that Martin Luther without the king. Ironically, Luther wasn't that fond of James. The practice of gospel doctrine's inadequate. Is that faith in a casket or limited and inaccurate? Something as basic as love your neighbor should not escape us because of presumptions about a stranger. Even Stephen was chosen to be a deacon because the treatment of Hellenist wasn't keeping it even Stevens. The problem was systematic in nature, and individuals' repentance really wouldn't have changed much. Creating an office to delegate such proof that you lead with policy, later people can wake up. And we've been waiting for ages. They penalize us for poverty, all for pleasing we take them. Out of fear of the officer, our defenders we can't trust. Profiteers want you here, you'll be gone for years or go bankrupt. Strange fruit in the trees, see it sway in the breeze. They buried our ancestors without expecting to reap. The blood crossing the soil, this was your brother to keep. The seed beneath grows from the tears of those who weep. That's strange fruit, it's strange fruit, strange fruit. Ain't it strange to you, my ninja? That's strange fruit, strange fruit, strange fruit. Ain't it strange to you? White supremacy's not the cause of all of reality, but you have to see it affects our salaries and our calories. Our ancestors ain't come from Africa eating this. The scraps from the master's table became our ingredients. I ain't saying the onus isn't opponents when ownership's the only escape from the reign of our owners. Or be lazy and vote for saviors to show up, but our behavior does not negate reparations they owe us. And there's no escaping like Noah, cause every nation we came from has either been taken over or ruined by the influence of Europe. We didn't grow up speaking our own language, the anguish could make you blow up. We've adopted philosophies from our colonizers. Colorism and classism keep us divided. If we point out the problem, people call us divisive, but these offenses don't disappear because you hide or deny it. Strange fruit in the trees, see it sway in the breeze. I thought I saw some figs, but I really saw was some leaves. Tell them about the practice, they say it's better to preach. It's hard to believe believers who love their neighbor and sweet. The strange fruit, strange fruit, strange fruit. Ain't it strange to you, my ninja, that strange fruit? Strange fruit, strange fruit. Ain't it strange to you?
Yo, that is Strange Fruit.
I can't.
Stephen the Levite off the EP, the album. I almost said CD. The album, Still Hungry. Like you said, 7 songs is the album now. Bro, it's ridiculous.
I can't, bro.
There aren't many people that make me want to write a verse again. I haven't rapped in 10 years. But when I hear lyricism like that, that makes me want to just grab a pen, write something down, get in the booth, make a song. It's really dope, bro. It's really dope. Like, the message is there.
Yo.
Everything's on point. The beat's ridiculous.
I'm flustered.
The beat's ridiculous. I love it, man. I love it.
I'm like, I'm in this like world, bro. Like, it's crazy. So much meat in there, bro. For real, for real. Yeah. I got nothing. Like, yeah, man. Super fan, man. You definitely getting way more plays on your older material,
for real, man.
Because I'm just telling you, like, writing like that, it's just different, bro. I can't even explain it. I mean, and you probably couldn't either. It's something that you couldn't even help. That's not an effort. You just do
You can
that.
even hear in his voice. It's like he has a flow that sounds like you should be breathing over here, and you're not.
Yeah.
But he's like that on stage too.
It's effortless, bro. Like,
Yeah.
and I want people to gear into that. Like, that's a talent that not everybody, like, you don't have. You probably can't even develop that talent. It just gotta be in you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro. Yeah. I will be in contact.
Thank you.
For sure, bro. That's wild.
Yeah,
There's
man.
no way out like Noah.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm sorry, I'm
Appreciate it.
spazzing.
James is fanboying over here.
Yeah, I'm just because I love lyrics, bro.
I
like,
feel you.
if you got lyrics, we could talk. We could talk all day. You know what I'm saying? But if you like,
That's what's up.
yeah, if you make good
At the
music,
same time, it's also sad that you have to say that because we listen to hip hop all the time, right?
yeah,
And we don't, like, back in the day, that's all we heard was lyrics. So
Yep.
we were excited about everything to drop
Yep.
because, like, man, people were putting time into that.
Yeah.
And now, like we said, man, people like what's going to be popular, what's going to make me an extra $1 or $2.
yep. Like, if I want to ask
And
you
people
about
are
your
putting
thought
that art
process,
into it.
if I want to ask you about your thought process around bar 15, like, bro, what was that thought process of getting there? You know what I'm saying? Like, that is the things that I want to get into. Ooh, the way that you hit the multi, you know what I'm saying? 5 multis here to 5, and then you went into 6, and like, it's there for me. Now believe me, I like good music that feel good, but if I can revisit it, over and over again, you are on a different level, bro. It's a different level because, yeah, you're set apart. Yeah, man. The
praise
Levite,
God,
bro.
man.
The Levite, for real. Like, because you definitely out here being a priest to the people, bro.
We're going to let him talk now,
Sorry.
James. The James takeover.
You got it, bro. I'll shut up anyway.
No, you good.
Man, so what's next
that's
for you?
what's up.
What are you doing as far as like doing events? I know COVID has hit everybody hard, but are you excited to go back out there and maybe do some events again?
Yeah, I mean, I would love to. I mean, ever since I said I don't do this for youth groups, I haven't been booked as much. So, but yeah, man, I mean, I love doing live shows. So I look forward to getting booked once all this stuff is over and, cats actually want to have me out for stuff. So, but in the meanwhile, like, I know my wife has this boot camp tomorrow that she's doing with Art. So I'm teaching a creative, the art of writing class.
Okay, dope.
So some, just a quick something to help writers kind of hone in on their craft and stuff. And there's going to be a lot of other people helping out as well.
But wait, man, we got to stop you right there because we got to go back. You said a quick something. They're not going to learn anything quick from you because your stuff is too deep for them to learn that quick. But no, that's dope, bro. Because I mean, just going back to that, more people need to learn the art of writing. I think social media has maybe sometimes made it too easy for everyone to make music that they don't know like the technique behind it sometimes.
Yeah. I'm trying to put together like a playlist for people to like kind of use as examples
That's tight.
of the kind of stuff I'm going to be teaching in the class, so people can kind of go back and remember what I'm talking about. But
That's a good.
yeah, you know, it's been fun trying to formulate my ideas and why I write a certain way, and like the different things to consider when you're trying to put together a song. So yeah, but it's been fun doing that. So but other than that, just trying to promote this album. I've already got in mind producers that I want to work with for the next 2 projects. Do similar projects like this one, just 7 tracks. Probably no features, and try to get it done and make it clean and simple. So yeah, just trying to keep making music. I'm still doing the verse of the month. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep the food theme going, but I might. Still thinking through that. So yeah, man, just trying to stay busy and keep working,
That's dope, man. And tell us real quick about the no features. Is it something you just want to display yourself, or is it hard for someone that is gonna murder everyone on the mic, to actually get a feature that can keep up with you?
Well, so actually just being, keeping it 100, I just couldn't afford any features. So, again, it's my first independent project.
Yeah.
In my mind, I was like, if I go in with the producer, we can just split the profits 50-50. And then that'll be it. You know what I'm saying? And so that was kind of my mentality. If I and plus, after, I think, Can I Be Honest was the most expensive album I ever did. I worked with a lot of different producers, even some that I hadn't worked with previously. I worked with a lot of musicians on that album.
Yeah.
A lot of singers on that album. So there was a lot of like splitting the pie, you know what I'm saying? So kind of coming off of that, I was like, I want to do it a lot more simpler. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So doing no features was just like the easiest, simple way to do it. I don't have to worry about how do I split the pie up and who gets what percentage and how much.
Exactly.
And are they do they get a piece, or do they just get like a payout? Like So it was just like, I'm the rapper, he's the DJ.
Yeah.
This is the album.
No, that's dope.
You know
and
what I'm saying?
Can I Be Honest had a lot of features on there too. Almost every track had a feature on that. So
yeah, man, I'm looking at it now.
It definitely makes sense, man. It definitely makes sense that you would do that. I mean, and it's dope too, because I feel like in this day and age, too many people want to just fill up their project with features, and to me, it's almost, I feel like a lot of artists do it because they're lazy to make a full song. You know what I'm saying? And for me, I want to hear what the artist has to say. So I'm cool with a few features, but when you have features on your whole project, I still don't know who you are as an artist, because I'm hearing everybody else. And we do music reviews pretty much every week on the show, and sometimes we'll have people submit us tracks, and it's feature heavy, and I'm like, I don't even know what artist you were on this track because you had 3 other people on it,
I mean, and musically back in
absolutely.
the day, artists would just do a record. If they dropped a song with another artist, it would be on somebody's soundtrack, or just a single that they put out. You know what I'm saying? Or they just did a whole album together. You know what I'm saying? I'm almost about going back to that, man. Like when you put if you're an artist, let's not say everybody has to do it, but if you're an artist, put a project out. Let that project be you. If you're gonna collab with people, just make singles. You know what I'm saying? And then, or do a collective project, a completely collaboration with another artist, man, and see where you guys can really, you know what I'm saying, mesh. I love it. You, DJ Official, man, you guys did this one. You did them proud. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure there's way more to come. I'm afraid for any other beat that you get on.
Yeah. I mean, and I draw a lot of inspiration by looking back. I think a lot of artists, they look, to the left and the right, and they see what everybody else is doing. But I like to look back and be like, even like, so like the hooks on this album, right? Like I noticed that like, the trend right now is just to repeat something.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Repeat something real simple for the hook. And I was just like, I could hate or I could look back and be like, you know what? But back in my day, that's what they did too.
Yeah.
They just didn't repeat it as often. You know what I'm saying? You look at you know, like Don't Sweat the Technique, and then the beat rides for like 4 bars, and then he says it again, Don't Sweat the Technique, and then it goes, you know what I'm saying? So I was drawing from that for my hooks on this project as well. Of course, it's hard for me to not say anything, like to just not say much.
Yeah.
But I tried to be simpler on this album because of that, and I kind of drew that from the past instead of the current. You know what I'm saying? So,
and I like that because you know the artist,
to,
especially someone like you saying so much in your verses, it gives us time to actually, you know, focus in on what you just said, and now we got a good hook that you know is keeping us going. And like we said earlier, the beats are so dope. Sometimes you have to let the beats breathe as an artist and let that be part of the art. So I think you did a really good job of that on this entire project.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So
listen.
Yeah, I was definitely oh my bad.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
This real quick. I was definitely drawn to, like, I remember when I first started hearing like Mobb Deep, like they would have beats that felt like they were just another verse.
Yep.
And it was just like, you knew it was the hook because the beat changed, and I think the cadence was a little bit more intentional. But outside of that, it was just like, this is like an 8-bar verse. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that influenced a lot of my hooks early on in my career. And even like for joints like Strange Fruit, it kind of reads more like a verse than like a hook. But there's definitely room for like the more simple joints in there too. So
yeah.
Absolutely.
No, man. Stephen the Levite, Still Hungry is a new project. What's the reaction been like for your fan base just dropping this? And it's been, how long has it been since you dropped the last project?
I want to say it's been like 5 years. I can't remember when Can I Be Honest came out. But it was definitely over 4 years ago.
Oh no, 2015. Well, 2014, the instrumental beat came out 2015.
Yeah, it's been a minute, man. Wow.
Okay. Yeah, so it's been 6 years. So,
wow.
But the fan base has been like mad supportive. I haven't heard anything negative yet. Some people got some disagreements with some of the stuff I said on Strange Fruit, which was to be expected.
Of course,
yeah. But outside of that, I've heard nothing but good things. Like, you know, so I've been excited. I've been glad to hear it, you know, and especially in today's day and age, like social media, people will put you on blast in a second. So I'm surprised I haven't heard more negative stuff yet.
Super
you know
true.
what I mean? But yeah, so far so good. Everything's been positive, and you know, people are enjoying it. Some people are saying it's my best work yet, and so that's encouraging. And you know, it's just encouraging to, you know, because, you know, again, like when you I'm almost 40. I'm gonna be 40 next year. So like the older you get, especially in Christian hip hop or hip hop in general, you know, hip hop is looked at as like as a young people thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So once you start getting older, like I remember people saying like, you're gonna be 40 years old and still rapping? Like, is that what you want to do? And it was looked at like, of course not. Of course you don't want to be rapping when you're 40. Nobody wants, and like, but that's not the case now. Like Jay-Z is still rapping, Eminem is still rapping. They're far beyond 40 at this point. So
yeah, man.
And I think for the people that have been rapping for a long time, you can keep doing it. I think it's the old dudes that try to start now, you know, when they're 40. It's like, all right, cool. You can still do whatever you want to do.
Bro, hip hop itself is like 50, you know what I'm saying, 45 years old. Like,
yeah.
We didn't know back in the day like this was gonna be a thing that you could.
But it is funny. It's one of the only genres of music that does have like an age limit put on it from whoever tries to put on it. But my thing is like I said, man, I want to hear. I don't want to hear the older cats that I grew up listening to try to conform to what's going on now. Like me as a listener, you know, I want to keep hearing what I heard back in the day. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear that same style. So I appreciate you know, sticking with that, man, and you know, just being real to who you are as an artist and being Stephen the Levite. I know I could put a Stephen the Levite song on. I know what I'm gonna get. I'm not gonna get some pop stuff that I can gladly hear from another artist.
Anywhere else. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Yeah, and I totally agree with you about it as far as because I think about like artists like the Osley Brothers or like Al Green or James Brown. Like some of their newer stuff is like not nearly as good, and you're kind of like, you know what I'm saying? And so I mean, so it's across the board and it's across genres. Like sometimes it's not wise to try something new. You know what I'm saying? Like we would prefer to hear a more soulful, acoustic kind of like live instrumentation stuff from all of those kinds of artists. We don't really want to hear like the influence of the 80s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So like we that's valuable, and I think it works in hip hop too, you know. And and again, in like, there's other artists that, like the Grateful Dead and, all these other rock bands and stuff like that. They're still touring and doing whatever, and nobody's
selling out arenas still. You know what I'm saying? Still selling out arenas. It's crazy. But listen, man, Stephen the Levite, Still Hungry is out now. We want all you guys to go get it. It's everywhere, anywhere music is streaming. You can get Still Hungry right now. If you have money, buy the album. Yeah. Don't just stream it. That helps the artists out. We know some of you guys have money because we see what you're buying on social media, and sometimes it's a lot of junk, so you could help support the artist. If you're a true fan of the artist, you should be buying your favorite artist's music. You shouldn't just be streaming it. You could buy it and still stream it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm looking at one of these hoodies online. I'm about to grab one of these hoodies.
No, and talk about that real quick, man, because I did want to talk about the gear. You got some really dope gear to go along with this, man. Talk about that real quick.
Oh yeah. We got a few different hoodies. We're gonna do t-shirts soon too, but my wife is like super busy with this boot camp, so it's gonna come later. But we got I think 3 different hoodies, and they're all in 3 different colorways. My Patreon folks, they got some exclusive stuff. They got some Ninja t-shirts. So those are special for them. And also we're going to be doing a crowdfunding thing for to put the album on wax.
What's your Patreon real quick?
My Patreon it should be Stephen the Levite. Either .patreon or patreon.com/Stephen the Levite. I forget which way it goes right now. But it's Stephen the Levite. If you look for Stephen the Levite, or if you just find me on social media and click on my bio, you'll find the link.
Okay, for sure.
But yeah, so definitely support on Patreon. That's been very helpful. Without that, I probably wouldn't have been able to record the album. So my patrons are my ninjas, for real. You know what I'm saying? Killing it on the low. Nobody knows who they are, but they're murderers. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate them. Yeah, so like I said, we're crowdfunding to press it on vinyl. I want to try to put like the instrumentals and all that stuff on there as well. So, but we still got to work through the details. But that's the plan. I want to press it up on wax, make sure it's something special for the DJs, and so cop that stuff and look out for the vinyl crowdfunding situation.
Yeah, we got the site on the screen right now, patreon.com/Stephen the Levite. Make sure you guys go check that out. Become a Patreon. A whole bunch of different levels on here, man. A whole bunch.
Yeah.
So you can join it so many levels.
Tons of ninja levels.
Tons of ninja levels. Super dope. Man, tell us real quick before we let you go, man. We got to get into it with the family because I know the wife's been an important part of who you are. Talk about that aspect, man, having such a strong partner to be able to get you through this and be able to be there with you through this whole journey, man. Tell us what that's been like with Mrs. Bell.
Oh, she's a beast. She's encouraging. She's always been my number one fan. She bigs me up. She reminds me what gifts I have. It's hard to talk about it without sounding like I'm boasting. So
boast on your queen. Boast on her.
She's quick to tell me like, yo, you're a great lyricist. You got this talent. You need to do this. You need to do that. So she's always been helpful at reminding me of what I have to offer. And she's also just a dope manager. She makes a lot of this stuff happen. She figured out who the artist was gonna be. Got people to do artwork for the project. she does like all the behind the scenes stuff, and she holds it down at home. We got 4 kids, so especially during COVID, like she's been like making sure that they're eating, and they're doing online schooling and all that. So she's holding it down at home, and making stuff happen for me as an artist. And she's always been a beast.
That's dope, man. I have never understood how she's able to manage all of that all at once, man. With the kids, with doing what you guys are doing, everything, man. She's super dope. So shout out, man. I do miss you guys, man. Can't wait to get you guys back out here in Vegas, or maybe we'll just come out to Atlanta, man, and say what's up.
Yeah, man. I got folks out there.
Come on through, man. So, yep.
Definitely, man. That's Stephen the Levite. We're going to end this interview with one more song, man. What song do you want us to play from Still Hungry?
I've been getting a lot of good stuff about carnivores. So
carnivores.
It's up to y'all though. Either carnivores or water. You know what I'm saying? We were just talking about my wife. Water would be good, but it's up to y'all. So
I'm gonna jump into carnivores right now. We might play water to end the whole show later on. So we're gonna get into that right now. Carnivores, Stephen the Levite. Make sure you follow him. Go to his Patreon. Follow him on all social media. And don't just stream the new project, bro. We appreciate it. And we definitely can't wait to hear more from you in the near future, man.
Yeah.
Got you. Thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Salute, bro. I'm going to send you something.
Yo, that's Stephen the Levite. Cool. We're going to get into this song, Carnivores, right now. When we come back, we're going to be doing the live music and video reviews right here live on Speak Life Radio. Stay locked in.
Yeah.
They be saying where you been at, you don't get a break. I was trying to let the album penetrate so you can model some of what I demonstrate. Some of y'all were sleeping, had to get it late. Some wanted doctrine and so I get the hate. But can your wifey get a date? Let me help you get it straight. Lyrical theology birthed a lot of people who want a block of meat on their dinner plates. They expect a meal where they should get a taste. Now they got a bigger waist cause they don't exercise, they just defend the faith. Those apologists should just apologize. They don't see the problem through their fallen eyes until after they've lost their wives. You can blame her and say she's not a believer, but chances are she just followed the leader and he isn't great. You think I'm talking like there isn't grace. I'm just bringing knowledge where there isn't strength. The problem is probably something you ate or didn't eat. You abandon everything that isn't meat. The Lord prepares a feast and all you get is steak. Carnivores. 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 Watch out for them theological carnivores. Don't let them catch you asleep. Watch out for them theological carnivores. Don't let them catch you asleep. I peep your weak skills, they're kinda fakish. Cause all you eat is meat meals, you're kinda Drakish. Not a lot of fruits and vegetables. The way you argue theology is less than respectable. Can I be honest? Before I went to Bible college, I was like you. A coward looking for a fight, proof I was prideful. Not seeking to find truth, just seeking the right proof. To prove I was right, not righteous through divine fruit. I was trying to win arguments and not souls. Hypocrisy in the name of the gospel. Nobody's rocking with all that doctrinal vomit, regurgitating the sayings of theologians and prophets. Stop it, should've let it digest, but now we're grossed out. On your quest to impress, you left the ghost out. When all you eat is meat, you're asking for beef. Now have a seat, open the Bible and shut your mouth. Carnivores. 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 Watch out for them theological carnivores. Don't let them catch you asleep. Watch out for them theological carnivores. Don't let them catch you asleep. To Jesus, meat wasn't hard to chew, it was hard to do. Obedience to the Father, duties he called him to. We can see that a lot of you got it all confused. You think it's deep theological truths and not from use. You want the paleo diet without the CrossFit. You like debating about it but never walk it. I ain't saying don't talk it through, you ought to do it, but you're lost if you think debating is where the thought ends. The Great Commission was multiplying parishioners and making them not into just scholars but practitioners. If we've been instructed and then do something different, it's like leaving a mirror forgetting what your image was. I call it epic Gnosticism. If you're not living it, your knowledge is limited and you're possibly not forgiven. Doctrine can't stop your sinning, but a heart of wisdom like Ezra who sought to implement before he taught his kindred. Carnivores. 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 Watch out for them theological carnivores. Don't let them catch you asleep. Watch out for them theological carnivores. Don't let them catch you asleep.
Yeah.
Yo, I don't know how people aren't drawn to lyricism more. I just posted that on YouTube, the live stream on YouTube. How are you not drawn to that if you make music? I don't get it. That would... Listen, I'm gonna tell you guys right now. Step up your bars. That's what I'm gonna tell to all the artists.
It's a must.
Step the bars up, man. If that doesn't make you want to step your bars up, that I don't rap anymore, and it makes me want to at least just like write like an 8-bar something. You know what I'm saying?
That might be my meter today listening to new music. Like, you know what I'm saying, to review music and
yeah,
like the bars got to be on point. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what? That's a good idea. James just brought an idea to me without knowing, but we're going to do that in the very near future, maybe Tuesday night. Mm-hmm. We're going best bars.
Best bars.
We're not going best songs, so we're going to do just bars. So we're going to, your best 16-bar verse, let us know what verse you got, and we might just do bar wars again. You know what I'm saying? We might bar versus bar, but yeah, listen.
I'm going to enter into that. See me. I
might do it too.
Let's go.
To end the year, man.
You gonna write something new?
I'm gonna write a diss track to everyone that DMs me.
Every Friday. That's gonna be full of some stuff.
I shouldn't do that though.
You should.
That's my problem. I'm too good at writing diss tracks.
No, you should do it. I think you should. I'm being messy, but whatever.
You are. You're being very.
I need a verse on it.
Wow.
I get them DMs too.
And I think a lot of people that review with us are guest reviewers, which we don't have any today. If anybody wants to be a guest reviewer, we only have about 45 minutes to do reviews today. If anybody wants to be a guest reviewer, hit us up and we'll send you the Skype link so you can jump in. That's what we'll do. Oh, dang. What time do we start?
Like 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Late, so.
We might not have a lot of time to do reviews today, folks.
But I want to hear some good music, though.
Yeah, but we are going to play some. Listen, we appreciate everyone for tuning in. Manny Mendez, we will not be playing your music today because you're a jerk.
Get him out of here.
So I want to go back to Tuesday night. Let's do a flashback. We're in YouTube comments because, we've been trying to push everyone to YouTube.
That's my flashback.
More than Facebook. So if you're tuned into Facebook, you're like, oh, not a lot of people are in here. A lot of people are on YouTube now and even on Twitter, different things like that. But we were about to end the show the other day, and we had a comment. Man, 2 weeks in a row, I submitted my song. Oh, well.
That's how the comments sound to you?
Yeah, exactly. When I hear people whining. So I'm like, you know what? He's been in the comments all night. Let's play his song. I said that pretty much immediately when he posted that comment.
He said it. He stayed diligently, too.
Manny jumped out of if his song wasn't playing, he wanted nothing to do with the rest of our show.
He shook.
He didn't want to hear our outro. He's like, I'm out. You guys didn't play my song 2 weeks in a row.
He didn't even say bye. He didn't even say bye.
What we ended up doing, we're like, you know what? I appreciate that. I appreciate him being in here the whole time. Let's play his song. Let's see. It better be good.
Hope so.
And so we pushed play, and we had 2 Edge on here, so he was doing reviews with us too.
Yep. Great lyricist.
So
Great
today, and so he ends up winning Song of the Night.
First of all, he turned it on, and it was just like, oh,
it was dope.
Okay,
the beat was dope. The lyrics were dope.
Yeah.
He ends up winning Song of the Night. We're trying to, shout him out like, hey, bro, give us your Cash App. I get nothing all week, right?
Nothing.
Today, I put up another post. Submit your music if you want it reviewed. All of a sudden, Manny Mendez.
And what'd he do, Quan?
Submits a song that's the same song that won on Tuesday. So I'm like, wait. He did not watch the end of the show.
He didn't, man.
So I hit him up. I'm like, bro, you didn't watch the end of the show, obviously.
I think you should make him compete again.
Well, you know what? We're going to play it again.
Yeah, he should.
We will play it again tonight.
He should have to compete with these new guys.
So he did hit me up on Instagram. I didn't reply to him, but he hit me up on Instagram and let me know that he was excited. He finally did go back and listen to the end. and found out that he won Song of the Night. So,
Congratulations,
Manny,
bro.
I never want you to leave until it says stream has ended
That's it.
for the rest of your rap career.
Never.
Ever.
Nah, dope song, bro. We did have some critique on it, but like altogether, it was a
won.
great song. Yeah, it was a great song.
Yeah. So listen, man, if you guys are watching live right now, we're going to do a few reviews. We have a little bit of time. I'm not sure whenever James leaves, that's when the show's over.
I got to go pick up my baby, man. She at work.
Hey, she only works 2 hours?
4.
Oh, wow.
She works 4, but I still got stuff to do before that.
He just stays there.
Yeah. I was
right.
late today for that. That's why we started late, because I had to drop her off.
Yeah. And we were waiting for people to get their Wi-Fi right.
That's all right, man. Wi-Fi is not a ministry that everybody is engulfed in, so, just keep prayer up.
But listen, we want to jump into some new music right now. We got one from A-Ram. I think he's won a couple times. I think he's taking money. We're going to play this song from A-Ram right now. It is called Forever, featuring Jackie Legary right here. Speak Life Radio. Live. This is a video, too.
It's a video. Here we go.
It's a video. Live music and video review
I think I
right
know what
here.
song this is.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Shorty had me hit a double take when I saw ya. I get this feeling, can't explain when around ya. You just seem different. I done seen how you clean lifting. That's if you pass me digits so I can call ya. So we went exchanging numbers. Only motive was to get to know each other. I remember
check
in the
is that?
summer, took me to the crib to meet your mother. It was then I didn't want nobody other. Know you had some hurt, so now I understand. Wasn't value for your words, so now you're hesitant. Yet I went and put in work, gave your boy a chance. Not just another man. So if you're wondering, what are my intentions? Not an upper hand. You haven't sitting elegant, treat you with reverence. Yeah, I want this thing forever. Where's the evidence? Let's start with this wedding band. Yeah.
I be pulling up like 6 in the morning.
They look like they should be together.
Don't they? It's cute couple vibes.
My love is a short thing. We gon' be alright.
Got a haircut for this.
Never saw it coming. He knew
Got the salmon hoodie on.
Wearing the same size jeans.
Yeah, I'm saying.
He's wearing the tights.
Got you. Y'all react to this in the comments.
If this was real life, hard to put in words exactly how this feel like. These love letters are encapsulated, sealed tight. Threw your rock up on your left and now this thing's right. You know it's you and I promise that you would be the one that I can love regardless. Through the ups and downs, I ain't playing around, I'm honest. Yeah, you got me now, gave my vow, keep it modest. Giving up, ain't an option now. It ain't a question, you get the mention. You be the feature of my stories, filters ain't even on your level. Couldn't measure to perfection, it's such a blessing. How we incline to the divine and our design is the ascension. I left all the junk up in the old life, you get my whole life. You're the expedition and the mission, exploring through the whole night. We gon' be alright, you're my treasure that I'll cherish forever. For that I hold tight, for real.
I be pulling up like 6 in the morning. Say you're down to ride, I need you by my side. No, you ain't gotta ask, my love, it's a short thing. We gon' be alright. God knew what he did when he made you, yeah. Never saw it coming, he knew all along that you would be the one that I pray for. And now I'm so in love, you got me like dum diddy dum dum. Baby, you the one for me.
Yeah.
It's a new day, but you're still in my arms. Where we supposed to be? You know I know it's I want you forever, yeah. I want you forever, yeah. I want you forever, yeah. I want you forever. I want you forever, yeah. I want you forever. I want you forever, yeah. Yes. I want you forever, yeah. I want you forever.
So he had to wash the dishes because he lost.
Yeah.
I want you forever, yeah. I want you forever.
Still playing, huh?
No, you got whooped though.
I know, she got him like right here twice. Yo.
Yeah.
Yo, that is A-Ram Forever, featuring Jackie Legary right here. Speak Life Radio, live video and music review. Dude is in love.
Love.
And it's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. And man, I like it a lot, man. I think the video definitely, produced what the song was saying. We've heard the song before.
Yeah.
And the video definitely, just elevated what he was talking about. Now you get to see the whole scene instead of hearing it. And I think it's good, man. More people need to. I talk to people all the time, and marriage is something that I'll never get married. It's just a piece of paper. It's this, it's this. I can't be with someone forever. But, and being able to see this from a young couple, that they're happy, that they're, you can, it doesn't always have to be a struggle. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
I think people keep speaking so much death on relationships and marriage. Oh, it's going to be so hard. And I've seen some people recently step up like, quit telling us how hard it's going to be, because it can be fun. Like, we should be able to have fun too.
It is fun.
I think it was great. I think that's a great display of like fun marriage. Almost makes me want to find a wife.
Go ahead, man.
Not right now.
Go. I mean, you know.
I've been shooting shots.
Any of them hitting the rim?
My half court shot's looking pretty good right now.
Okay, come on, long distance. Shout out to my guy Ashton Ramifications, man. I really appreciate you.
Ashton Ramifications.
Yeah, it's a long word. He's part of the.
I thought we were just gonna start using his name now, but
oh no, because
he hasn't graduated yet.
Nah, because he made me actually use his real name because he asked me to tag him in something, and so now like he had to go backwards. So yeah, Mr. Ramifications. These are the ramifications of that. Great video, bro. You know what I'm saying? We already love the song. Seems like you did a little more mixing on the song for the video. That hook just stood out a little bit more to me, especially about that part was super dope. You were super cute. I mean, points off because you guys are such a cute couple. I hope that's really a girl.
No, if they were an ugly couple, I would have been like, the video's kind of whack.
I mean, forever, maybe for this week.
Buy some new clothes.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the salmon hoodie. You know what I'm saying? Hoodie season. I got one too. So I ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying, shoot too much on that.
Salmon's in.
Yeah, man. You really gave me some ideas of, being romantic. Guaranteed leaving a Nerf gun at the door for the wife when she come home one day. And I'm not gonna take it easy on her because I'm not washing dishes. We got kids for that.
Hey.
But yeah, man, good job. For real.
Yo, we're gonna get into the next song right now. It is Rob the Beloved. People say that word different. Beloved. It's called Love Always, featuring Joe Bragg, Farouk, and Ray Joe.
And Ray Joe.
Hey, Ray Joe.
That sound like
right here.
Who fix alternators.
SPEAKLIFE Radio. Ray Joe, you fix my alternator for
Yo,
me?
Ray Joe. Bring my wrench from in there.
Beloved.
And to get through more songs, we're going to start critiquing some of these live while they're going.
That works.
So you're going to get live reaction.
Always, it feels just right. I can't explain.
Okay.
I'm coming out the gate swinging. This brokenness ain't winning. The love of God encapsulates repentance, born now singing. God's love has made me new, no longer dead, enslaved to sinning. Once fat on flesh, now losing weights and diet, call it thinning. Shine that light, don't fade away. The love of Christ at the end of days. Preach his word and stand amazed. His grace comes through in tidal waves. Be that guy to mix the maze. Follow him now, stand firm and fades. His love brings forth these brilliant rays. Like your past, you will not stray. We love cause you loved us first. Help us to love and love. Oh, you understand the gospel fact that truth will set you
Sound a
free.
little
And all you
off-key.
sinned before the Father
bit.
now redeemed. He sees no sin at all. I'm blown away, thank God it's not my works, only Jesus saves. There's no good in me, I'm spitting facts. He went and made a way. His love is pure, his love remains.
I want his voice to have more weight to it.
Unrivaled. His love is
The
always.
whole volume of the voice needs to go up. And Rob said he's the producer of this track.
Okay. I love this chorus though.
If you're lukewarm, listen, you're just a newborn Christian, missing the faith that it takes to really get you going in this. And
Okay.
if you want it, get it. Just take a moment to sit and dig in the
Yeah, all the
scriptures
verses
to
can be
finish.
mixed
The
way
chapter
better.
only takes minutes.
Yeah, they're not
If you're
mixed the same.
consistent with it when
At
the
all.
enemy comes with
Yeah.
his wicked temptation, then you will pivot without even knowing you did it. His Holy Spirit within you won't just allow you to sin. And if you do, he'll convict you like you've done it again. Time to repent. You don't honor God's only son who was sent to save the world with your words and still straddle the fence. You should match up your actions. If there's no battle within, then you're
Backgrounds
just
almost
acting.
are
But
louder
after
than the
your little
verse.
actions
They
sink
just-
in,
even,
you're
right?
the
Yeah.
of critics,
I noticed
the one
that.
who sees through your gimmicks, cause you were made in his image. So if you're playing, just quit it. But if you're genuine when you proclaim
then
his
random
name, you
ad-libs.
live it, you have received his love. So it's easy for you to give it. Hey.
This chorus when it dropped though.
Now, was that a sample?
I think so.
And then someone singing on top of it, kind of?
I was born an orphan man. Plenty years, many tears. Didn't know we had a plan. Blind by rage, I couldn't see through the circumstances.
Sound like Ray Joe.
I was the hollow man.
He's fixing the alternator in the booth.
Heard the one who loved me first. No idols in this caravan.
Definitely my favorite verse.
Yep. Mix wise too.
The son of God, yes, and I am loving him. But how could someone so perfect wanna call me friend? He saw my heart was torn, yet he took the time to
His swag is there too.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we got a life to live. What could separate me from this love? Not even death content. But I'm with it, love get it, and then I give it. Demon slayer in my heart when Satan trying to knock me off my pivot. Yeah, he had to leave, but he did back. Holy Spirit in the army of the Lord. I'm on the tank and I got no limits. It feels so simple.
Yeah, man, that sample is something.
Yeah, the hook is definitely really dope. The verses were definitely mixed kind of all over the place, so that's something I would definitely work on. That's what we were talking about, during the review. So that's something I would definitely work on. Make sure, especially if you're producing the track, make sure the artists that get on the track have it mixed at the same level.
You can tell they did it at different times.
Try to have the same engineer mix all the verses too. Don't the last verse was definitely my favorite verse, and the hook was definitely a dope vibe. The beat was cool.
Yeah.
So
album art was dope. You didn't need the words on it. You could have just had the hanging dude from the heart, which I want and I'm going to steal, and it's going to be on a shirt.
Yeah.
Because you stole it. Because you took
all
a
the font on the album art could have been taken away. It could have just been smaller, just nice type font. Because you're right that the artwork on there was dope.
Right?
Yeah.
I literally want that on a shirt. I got a hoodie that got nothing on it, and I'm actually to get that embroidered on there. But yeah, good song, man. Good verses. I can hear the lyrics, but yeah, the verses got better as the song progressed.
Yeah. Cool. All right, next song we got. It is from The Journalist. The name of the song is called Artisan, right here, Speak Life Radio live music and video review show. Here we go.
Yeah.
Shout out to Worship the Life Music offering help in the comments.
This is real art. Painting pictures with words of life until my lungs collapse. This is real art. Painting pictures with words of life until my lungs collapse. Yo, I'm an artisan, handcrafted art from my heart within. Darkness of my heart, still battling the sin.
Yeah.
Art for the king, fake kings making artisan, but pardon them. Man, they know not what they do. Constructed decrepit buildings with these lies for tools. So chemists and compounds, mixing molecules. They pull a tool, shoot at you for pharmaceuticals. All about what's mine, filling holes with jewels as fools. Ignore lady wisdom crying in these streets. You hear obscenities on tracks, I hear crying over beats. Men who never really reached it for maturity. Lack of a father, led to chasing figures and impurities. But they claim the creative craftsman, composing bullet points of death like in assassin. Weapons drawn, illustrative gas man, making up their past just to feed to the feds. This is real art, real bars from the heart, real rhymes, aim right through the dark. This that real spark, take them back to the park. On a sin for the king, aiming for your heart. This is real art, real bars from the heart, real rhymes, aim right through the dark. This that real spark, take them back to the park. On a sin for the king, aiming for your heart. Radio transmitting hypocrisy. In the name of hip hop, the blind can see, yet the blind are in a lost craft out to sea. War on these ways, but Christ says silence and peace. Silence isn't a peace. Aiming with beams, triple beams are weighing poisonous seeds. These teams gather together to plot evil schemes. Gang regimes overthrowing knowledge in streets, pushing that product out with the venom from the mouth. Constricted minds with rhymes, choking these kids out. Hydro spitters like a cotton mouth, no power in their lines, so they all black out. My balls bring light to those fighting the gunfight. Those living in the dark, reaching out for that light, reaching out for that mic, just to bring new sight. God's truth in these bars, just to bring new life. This is real art, real bars from the heart, real rhymes, aim right through the dark. This that real spark, take them back to the park. On a sin for the king, aiming for your heart. This is real art, real bars from the heart, real rhymes, aim right through the dark. This that real spark, I'll take her back to the park. On a sin for the king, aiming for your heart. heart. They say they want bars, I got some for free then. Bars that ironically bring them freedom. They starving for the truth, it's time to feed them. Kids locked up in these chains, you know I see them. Pointing to the shepherd who can free them. Never leave their side, nah, he will lead them. Teach them as they live to seek him, no more creeping. Wicked on the weekend. Think about what your ears soak in. Yeah, that beat is really dope, but where's the hope, man? You can't worship God and the dope man. Nice pieces, but no Jesus. Your life is broke, man. Your art is broken. Lies are spoken. Gasping and choking. It's not a joke, man. Ambassador for Christ, the King spokesman. Reporting live, more than a slogan. This is real art, real bars from the heart. Real rhymes, aim right through the dark. This that real spark. Take them back to the park. All the sin for the king, aiming for your heart. This is real art, real bars from the heart. Real rhymes, aim right through the dark. This that real spark. I'll take them back to the park. All the sin for the king, aiming for your heart. What's your life until my lungs collapse? What's your life until my lungs collapse?
Yo.
Solid.
Yeah.
That is. Let me. Wow, what's going on here, guys? All right, that is The Journalist with Artisan. I put this up here because it says related tracks.
Okay, let me see.
Look at the related tracks.
The Journalist. Oh.
Oops. Whoops. Where'd it go?
Oh, we're everywhere. I don't know why this is sounding like
that was. Where'd it go? Dang. I hate when I lose stuff. I'll close the whole thing.
You'll find it when you're looking for something else.
Anyways.
That's the
related tracks is said Quan 5'9".
There you go. Because you are here in these streets. I didn't see it on there, but
I'm famous. Anyways, we are going to get into more reviews. That song right there, man, I thought it was really dope, man. The mix was really nice.
Very good.
The beat was super dope. The scratching, like you mentioned, during the song was super dope. I would have liked a drop in the hook where the verse where he stops rapping and you just hear some scratches free, even just like 2 bars.
Because he even spoke over him in the intro.
Exactly. So even 2 bars going back into the verse, because it's like hook. You're talking a lot in the hook, and then you're jumping right into talking a lot in the verses. So let the hook breathe a little bit. Scratching, sometimes you don't even need to do a hook if the scratches are right.
What about the end, though? Like, it was a little bit scratching at the end, but somewhere in the middle. But I'm just
saying, even in the hook, like, every hook should have it. For me, I would have liked to hear, like, a little breathing, like a 2-bar before the next verse comes in of just the beat with the scratches.
And I think I know what you mean, because the scratching was almost just as much a star as the lyrics. Obviously, the lyrics was, the headliner, but the scratching did a lot. It was so prevalent in the mix that it stood out so much. You should have like just stepped aside and said, go ahead and have your way. But yeah, I hear you.
Yeah,
man.
All right.
Dope song though.
We have another song from somebody that keeps trying to take our money. Young Priest, the preacher.
Yo, man, cut it out.
Preaching Japo the Son and St. Patrick right here. This is called I'm Gonna Shine right here. Speak Life Radio Live music.
Boo for your grammar.
And video review. Here we go.
Yeah.
Ooh. Did I tell you I don't like Preach the Preacher anymore?
I don't like him at all.
No.
One of my least favorite preachers.
He literally says his whole project. This is my least favorite preacher.
What happens when he turns 40? Is the old priest the preacher?
I know, right? Middle-aged preacher.
Got the light in me. I went through a lot, it wasn't light on me. But thank God for that pressure, all it did was bring some fight out me. Pray get the glory, cause my story put some height on me. In other words, through all I've been through, it put some flight on me.
Come on now.
Serpent wrapped around my hope, Lord knows it was tight on me. Through all the wrong I've done, he saved my soul and put some right on me. Holy Spirit broke them chains and breathed the breath of life on me.
I love the vibe though.
Yo,
now I got
this
a glow.
is definitely
Some say
one.
it's right on me.
Yo.
I'm flying high, my
I kind of wanted to shut up so I could just vibe to the beat though.
The sun rising when it's
I like his flow though.
Nah, his flow's sick.
We all go through something, fam. Yeah, that's just a part of life. Just don't lose the faith. The
Yo, that beat is super fresh, man.
Yes, it is.
He's definitely writing it the right way.
Ourself is what we must now. Pick up your cross and leave your name. It's newness when you follow Christ. Everybody wanna live, nobody really wanna die. But if
Southern.
we die to live, we live again with Christ in paradise.
Hey.
Come on, ride it better. Pause.
Whoa.
I'm gon' shine, yeah, I'm gon' shine. Got this peace on my mind, I'm on a whole nother vibe. Like I'm floating on clouds, I'ma let my light shine. It's still light of mine, I'ma let it shine, yeah, I'm gon' shine, yeah, I'm gon' shine.
Y'all react in the comments soon.
Light on the shine, they see the glow, ain't no jury though. Hustle with my brothers, we know we great, but we stay low. Still praying rap, we ain't changed up, we them same folk. Preachers to the core, but we from the block like J-Lo. Love in my heart, so please don't try me like dead slow. Used to throw hands, but I rather fight to save souls. Hungry for the bread of life, I could eat the whole loaf. I done had some good food, but nothing's like a fed soul.
Yo.
With a little, now I'm supporting the fam, bro. Driving what I'm driving, I'm thankful like it's a Lambo.
Another dope verse. The verses are nice. I got some beef with the hook though that I'll talk about.
Yeah, me too.
Then walk around in these richer clothes. Wife on my side, new side chicks don't need those. Walking how I talk, it got friendly watching me kinfolk. They see what I'm doing. I'm trying to check my influence and lead them all to Yeshua. When times get dark, I got this peace on my mind. I'm on a whole nother vibe, like I'm floating on clouds. I'ma let my light shine and still light of mine. I'ma let it shine.
It's almost
I'm gonna
rushing.
shine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shine. I got this peace on my mind. I'm on a whole nother vibe, like I'm floating on clouds. I'ma let my light shine and still light of mine. I'ma let it shine.
This sounds like they dragged it from the first one and didn't line it up right.
Like they flew it over and then, yeah.
I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine. I remember when my temper was shorter than this height of mine.
All right.
Look, I got no time for idols. I'ma pray and read the Bible with my idle time. Christ get the glory when I write a rhyme. Yeah. Reppin' Yeshua, I'm nothing without him. And so many blessings, I can't even count them. I think it's crazy that they wanna doubt him. And you might just see me on every one album. The feeling astounding. He put the light in me and he bringing it out him. All I could do is show him the love, to counter the hate when they bring it around him. Straight and narrow, I'ma stay in my lane. I need the savior, I don't need the fame. He the cashier, let that register. I know he making a change. Whole lot of people throwing shade. We made it out of the darkness. Yeah, we only getting started, even though I've been the target.
I got this peace on my mind. I'm on a whole nother vibe, like I'm floating on clouds. I'ma let my light shine.
It almost sounds better with that effect on it.
With all that extra stuff.
I'm gonna shine, yeah, I'm gonna shine.
We'll talk about it in a minute,
Peace
but
on my mind, I'm on a whole nother vibe, like I'm floating on clouds. I'ma let my light shine, it's still light of mine. I'ma let it shine, yeah, I'm gonna shine, yeah, I'm gonna shine, yeah, yeah.
all right.
All right, we're back. Yeah, man, the song is dope. The beat is super fresh. The hook, we'll talk about the hook because I think you could hear our reactions to the verses, live.
Yeah.
Because the verses were all dope. The last verse, probably my favorite verse. I love how he flipped it.
Mm-hmm.
The hook, there was a couple parts where he didn't really sound on tune, and then there was parts where it didn't sound on beat, like you said, it was rushed.
Like rushed.
The other thing, it didn't fit that beat. That's a soulful, jazzy, chill beat. I wanted to hear that same type of hook.
Yeah.
But it was just he's too rough on it. You know what I'm saying? I think it needed to be just a very jazzy R&B type hook. Very soft voice.
Yeah.
I think that would have put the whole song at a totally different level. I feel like the hook ruined the song, and I'm not dissing the hook altogether.
Gotcha.
I just don't feel like that hook fit that song.
Yeah.
I think that hook could have been on a different beat, would have sounded way better. But there was parts where it just sounded like it was offbeat, like I said.
Yeah.
It sounded like they copied it and tried to line it up right and didn't really line it up.
Which is an
on
art.
the
You gotta
second
do
and
it
third
right.
verse. But overall, the song's really good. But I think if you would have did the hook different, had someone else sing on it, or else maybe not even someone else, just a way more chill vibe.
Yeah.
Because you have to fit the beat. with the same vibe of the hook that, I don't know, it was harsh.
Yeah. So even from the first hook, so I think maybe they did fly it over and it was almost the same, even though the second one seemed a little bit off. It wasn't riding the beat. I didn't think about it in context of maybe a different chorus, and you might even be completely, totally right there. But as for this one here, guy can sing, too many doubles, because when you broke it down and you just had the lead do it and you put that effect on it, that is what I actually was thinking from the beginning. Like, man, this should be softer, have a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? If he's going to sing it this hard, you should bring the volume down and maybe add a little bit more, like, you know, fluff around it, you know? And then nudge it back. Nudge it back. If your singer is Russian, nudge it back, because a lot of times it could be the way that you're recording it, man. Your CPU ain't right, and you need to turn it down so it can match and get a live feed in. And so a lot of times when you're rapping, you're trying to compensate for that. So those things maybe could help it out. But yeah, man, those verses were solid.
Yeah. All right, we have another track we're gonna be playing here. And please, man, if we're, especially for reviewing your music, please share the live video feed, whether it's on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. You should do that anyways, even if we're not reviewing your song. But we have a couple more left. We do have to go. We did start a little late today, and you know, we talked to Stephen the Levite for quite a while. If you guys missed the interview, make sure you guys go back and check it out. He definitely dropped some knowledge, and make sure you check out the project as well. All right, this next song is POG, the MC for Christ. Gotta Free Me is the name of the track right here. Speak Life Radio.
Sound like a license plate.
Yeah.
Yo, CMC Christ. Shout out to the tattoo shop that did your album cover.
Hey.
I had to get up off my feet, I had to rise up. I had to get up off my feet, I had to rise up. I had to get up out the pressure, had to switch it up. I had to get up out the pressure, had to switch it up. I had to switch it up with this word on my heart. I had to switch it up with this word on my heart. It was trying to get me, but they can't get me, no. It was trying to get me. Let me be transparent for a minute. We ain't perfect, but we go through problems. Cause it's real selfish. When you see that smile on his face, he really dealing with some battles. Cause what you see in the mirror, we can't see. The reason why he writes songs so we can see. The person had you locked up in the grave. I know how I feel to be in the dark place, sleeping all day long, trying to realize my potential. For the sisters and the homies, it's gonna be alright. Look up in the sky, you gon' see the brightness high. The brightness of Christ, my peace and my sword. Depression, they can't hold me down. It gotta free me like the angel free.
Got like a no limit flow.
A little bit. I feel like it's dragging a little bit. I feel like the whole song could be sped up.
Yeah, all the vocals and everything, yeah.
Because the beat has, like, I think the beat could be sped up and it would.
This part feels good though. Going on a little too long, bro.
I gotta get in this work, cause that's what made me stronger.
All right, that is POG, the MC for Christ. Gotta Free Me is the name of the track right here. Speak Life Radio, live music and video review. I think everything could have just been a little bit better. Even going to the artwork, like they have the chains on there, but you could tell it was a square photo because like the chains were cut off in a weird way. So you got to be more cognizant of that because we're both graphic designers. We're gonna notice that. We're gonna notice that right away that was not cut right. So we do critique artwork here too, folks. So just to let you know,
we're gonna let you know.
So that could have been better. I mean, like you said, the tattooed bird, that that part looked tattooed. Then the chains looked like a totally different picture just put on top of it. Wasn't blended in right.
Anyway, it wasn't even the same resolution.
Yeah, exactly. So you got to look at all that stuff when you're blending, when you have people making your artwork, or if you're doing it yourself. Just try to simplify things if you don't have good art, graphic design work or whatever. Yeah. You just make something a little more simple. But as far as the song, man, like I was saying, I felt like the whole thing was kind of dragging. I think it could have been, just sped up, the whole thing. It was cool. I mean, there's a message there.
Yeah.
And so I never like to bash a song because the message is good.
Sure.
I feel like he could rap, but it just had that slow, like he's trying to write a slow beat and it's too slow.
And he doesn't have a quick flow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think just kind of working on the whole style of the music.
Yeah.
Get a beat that maybe fits your flow a little bit better.
Do we know when this song came out? I mean, maybe we have that information.
I don't know.
Yeah, so it seemed like it was a little bit dated. Kind of brought me back to that, like, you know what I'm saying, the track number 5 on a No Limit record, like, you know what I'm saying, let me throw a slow one in here for the ladies. And it was that. It was just kind of like dragging, like Quan said. Verses were okay. The chorus or the singer when he came in, it just ran too long. Like, all right, let's get back to the verses, rap a little bit more. But yeah, it wasn't a bad song. A bad song.
All right, let's get into one or two. Let's see, man. We can do one more. We really okay. I gotta eat. I'll start punching things if I don't eat soon. All right, Manny Mendez sent us another song.
Oh,
he sent us a different one though.
This guy.
He edited this post. I didn't realize I won on Tuesday. Laughy face, laughy face, laughy face.
Mm-hmm.
This is a good Friday now for real, Quan59. I edited my submission. This is a song featuring my bro, Mike Maranatha.
Okay.
Who is a true brother in Christ.
Does everybody have M names? What's going on?
I'm in the middle of transitioning all assets to new Minister Moss. Okay. Bro, don't tell me. You're telling me way too much. This song is called Pray, featuring Mike Maranatha. Right here.
It better be good.
It better be good. And I'm not paying you even if you win today.
Nope.
Right here. This is called Pray. Speak Life Radio. Live music and video review. This is the last song of the day, folks. So let's make it good.
Yes, sir.
Imagine always feeling all alone. Clouds follow, no smoke though.
Okay.
Used to always stay smoked out. Now I'm conscious of the ozone. Now I'm conscious of the king in me. Can't deface his tempo. Gotta stay of a sober mind. Let me catch my tempo. These thoughts are adrift like a car that was slick with the windows down, throwing peace signs. When the winds are down, throw the peace sign. Because win or lose, we don't get to pick. Win or lose, I'ma fight for mine. Dig in with that pickaxe. Y'all busy playing Minecraft while your hearts and your thoughts are mismatched. Somebody pray for them. So many people have died for this. If you want, you can pray for me. Cause the enemy knows I'ma ride for this. Jesus is Lord, Jesus is Lord. Jesus is Lord. Jesus is Lord, Jesus is Lord. Jesus is Lord.
So many nights gone off for Xanax. I was off of the planet. I was so high, that I was scared of blending. But then he came,
A little more swag on this one.
Put me back on my feet, Now I believe that I am free, cause you hung on a tree, Broken my chains, feeling so strange at the time, cause you changed my design. Rearranged and aligned all the things in my mind. Now you reign in my mind, cause you reign all the time. The enemy roars, prowling around, seeks to destroy. But Jesus is Lord, Jesus is Lord.
Somebody pray for them. So many people have died for this. If you want, you can pray for me. Cause the enemy knows I'ma ride for this. Jesus is Lord, Jesus is Lord. Jesus is Lord. Jesus is Lord, Jesus is Lord. Jesus is Lord. Somebody pray. You really need to lay hands, gonna say in layman's terms for the worms on the other side squirm when they hear the word of the Lord. Turn for your burn, little extreme for me. My Father, he grants mercy. Come and have a drink by the well if you're thirsty. Come and have a dip in the blood if you're dirty. Pushing 30, it don't matter if you went astray. Those are lies from the enemy to keep you back.
I don't know what turning
Father
30
God
has
never
to do
left
with
you
it.
when he wants you back. See how it feels when he puts the robe up on your back and he tells his servant, go and get the fatted calf. Prodigal son, second to none with the ring on. Is at the heels of my father I choose to cling on. Speaking tongues like a Star Trek with the Klingon. Language of the heavens edified by the kingdom. Somebody pray.
Somebody pray.
Somebody pray.
right, that is Pray from Minister Moss featuring Mike Maranatha right here. Speak Live Radio, live music and video review show. We're here live every Friday, 2 p.m. West Coast time.
Yeah.
Every Tuesday, 8 p.m. West Coast time. Streaming live on GorillaCross.com, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitter Live, Twitch, everywhere. So make sure you check us out. I didn't like the beat at all.
Okay.
It sounded like a homemade beat, if that makes sense. A lot of people make beats from home, but it wasn't filtered right. Like, it was just like, I feel like they just threw reverb on all the sounds.
So funny.
And it was, I wasn't feeling the beat. And I feel like the song would have sounded really dope on a better beat. It was just a beat. The piano sounded very generic.
Yep.
There was too much reverb on the hi-hats and the snare. It was just a very reverby beat. So I wasn't really feeling the beat at all. And I feel like the lyrics got lost because of that, because it was such an average beat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if he made the beat himself or if he just, got the beat from someone. Just be a little more aware when you got fire bars, have a fire beat.
Yeah.
The verses were cool.
Yeah.
I like the song. Definitely a good message in it. But there was nothing that really just grabbed me to like pull me into the song.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if that's because I was trying to get over the beat, but that's just kind of how I felt.
Second and third verse were the best. The first verse and the chorus seemed too robotic. Not enough like vibe. Not enough. Yeah. It was just like I'm getting through it. And I don't even think that comes from reading. I just think it was just like too much thinking in opposed to like feeling the music, right? Because the second verse came in, it was just like, this person was comfortable.
Yeah.
And you can hear if you're uptight. I mean, it could be your vibe, whatever the case is. I'm just telling you what it sounds like.
Yeah.
I agree with you on the beat. The beat just needed more production. Like, don't just use stock beats. Maybe tweak the drums a little bit more, and not adding reverb is not tweaking.
And he said he was going for more of a cloud rap, lo-fi type vibe.
There was no lo-fi in it.
But I didn't feel like that was lo-fi. Yeah, lo-fi is more distorted a little bit more. It didn't sound lo-fi to me.
Yeah, lo-fi is almost like one of them vibes. You'd be like, yo, am I hearing right? It's almost like water in your ear.
A little bit,
You know what I'm saying? And so I didn't really feel that. The drums were super, had a lot of high pitch in them.
Yeah.
But the chorus seems like it was written for something that was for a lo-fi beat. So maybe find another beat for it or make some adjustments to that beat.
Yeah.
Not a bad song. Just feel the first verse and the chorus a little bit more and the beat.
Yeah. So there we go. That is the show today, folks. So we're going to pick the best song and the best video. It's $5 Friday, so we're giving $5 to each. We only have one video, right?
Yep.
That we played. So
yep.
A-Ram by default, which, I think even up against other videos, he definitely had the chance to win. So A-Ram Forever featuring Jackie Legary. Give her $250, bro.
My guy.
Because she definitely sang on that hook.
Alex Rambo.
Or just give the whole $5 to your wife. You know what I'm saying?
Do that,
for beating you. You had to do the dishes. Give her the $5 or buy her something nice with it. Oh, no, you can buy nice
something
$5.
nice and very tiny.
A flower.
There you go.
A rose from 7-Eleven. But do that or a Starbucks. Get her favorite Starbucks. Drink.
That's what we want.
With the $5.
And take a picture and post us and tag us in it.
Yeah, do that.
Take a picture.
So shout out A-Ram and the best song. So this is something we're gonna have to talk about.
Yep. Not much talking to me. I already know.
You already know.
Yeah. I know about my pick.
All right. Well, my pick is The Journalist.
I think
with Artisan. So it was an easy day, folks. We didn't have a lot of thinking to do.
Yeah,
so,
The Journalist came with it. Great mix. Good verses. Yeah.
So there we have it. I mean, that's it. There's nothing else to say. But that's it.
Let's not say bye like.
We're not even gonna say
Manny.
bye.
Let's not say bye like Manny.
Yeah. We're just gonna leave.